All right, man. Mother's Day live. Shout out to all the mothers out there, man. Salute, salute. Let's talk about what we seen last night real quick. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope live. Step two, step two, step two, step two. But yeah, shout out to all the moms out there, bro. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm gonna be here without y'all. But yeah, man, let's get it, bro. We seen what happened with Rolly. Shout out to Kenneth Sims, good win over Akhmedov, whatever his dude name is. Um, what else we got? Oh yeah, Rolly said that he called out Ryan Garcia and said the winner can get Tank Davis. That's kind of where all our minds was going. We know how the PBC roll. Uh, know how that go. Shout out to the Celtics beating the 76ers. Um, But yeah, man, I think the fight of the night last night was Kenneth Sims and Akhmedov real quick. They was throwing down. I think interviewed Kenneth Sims in Vegas. Good family, good dude. Shout out to Chicago. And I thought the difference in the fight was I thought that difference in the fight, shout out to Johnson. I think the difference in the fight was Kenneth Sims' punches was more cleaner and more effective. Like I said in my video, Akhmedov punches, they were arm punches. A lot of stuff that he could have prevented the bullshit that he was going through. He was sitting there without defending himself, sitting there without moving his head, moving his feet. Man, I don't know, bro. I had to send an Instagram or something. I got a WhatsApp. You're going to hit me up behind the scenes for that, though. But yeah, Diamond was just throwing arm punches. He's throwing the body work, but they really wasn't strong body work punches. But I do think Kenneth Sims was just landing them clean, effective punches. It's like kind of like on Fight Hype where you throw them hold on real quick. Like on Fight Hype when you hit somebody with a counter and then the light start flashing and shit. That's kind of what it was with Kenneth Sims. And then he was throwing counters, he was throwing 1, 2, 3s. And they was all landing clean. And ultimately they preferred the cleaner punches of Kenneth Sims to Akhmedov. And Akhmedov, just to me, he was a sitting duck for an uppercut last night. He was too lazy sitting in the inside with Kenneth Sims. A lot of times he would throw punches and not try to defend punches, not move his head off the line, not move his feet off the line. And Kenneth Sims was able to conserve energy and catch and shoot, and he was able to do whatever he wanted to do. He didn't let the pressure, he didn't succumb to the pressure. He threw some body work early on, and he hurt Akhmedov multiple times down the stretch. So that's really when the tide started turning. When he hurt Akhmedov and he didn't succumb to this pressure, counter punching. I think some body work helped Kenneth Sims Jr. out late in that fight, and and Akhmedov just he threw too many arm punches. They was talking about how his body work didn't get credit. How's body work? You could just DM me on Instagram or Twitter, bro. All that's inside the link tree, bro. Just hit the link tree and you can go wherever you want to go. Send it to. So, but yeah, I think a lot is. I think Akhmedov body work. It wasn't effective. He was throwing a lot of arm punches. And his head work was effective because he swole Kenneth Sims. I don't think that was from a headbutt or nothing like that, but by far, this was the best fight of the card. Probably the best fight last night. I watched a few of the top ranked cards on the prelim. Shout out to Gabriel Flores for bouncing back like a dribble. But Kenneth Sims switched, and Akhmedov, kind of got some bad luck in fights this close. But I just think his volume versus Kenneth Sims clean punches and counter punches, and then when Kenneth Sims noticeably hurt him multiple times down the championship rounds. That's what lost him the fight. Once he started hurt, he established that he can hurt a Dominov. That was a wrap. But man, if you miss this fight, it's kind of was like a fight of the year candidate without all of the knockdowns. It just was a really skillful fight. I mean, it just continues to flex the muscle on how deep 140 pounds is. You gotta remember, Kenneth Sims took out Elvis Rodriguez, and then Top Rank cut him after Kenneth Sims took him out. He was a plus 1,000 in some Vegas books, even as low as a high as a plus 1,000. He might be a little bit more than that, and he beat Elvis Rodriguez. So, Damamov, he could have been regular champion versus Barrios. Could have made a case for that. Puello probably got cheated versus Puello. Last night, you could have made a case that he won, but it was clean, effective counter punching, and he got hurt down the stretch, and it was just due to lack of defensive responsibility and arm punches. So, like I said before, I don't think he done by any stretch of the imagination. I would love to see him just get a title shot just off the strength of the bullshit of Puello. So if Rolly don't get Ryan Garcia, he don't get Kenneth Sims or something like that, I would love to see it. Now I got a video coming tomorrow talking about real quick how Rolly got that fight with and I didn't know this till my boy from Philly put me on. Shout out to him. I know he mad about the Sixers shit, but I ain't know this until he told me. But Gary Anton Russell, he ducked Puello. So I had a quote in the the quote in the thumbnail because it wouldn't let me put it on the screen. The editor kind of messing up right now. I don't know why, but yeah, last night, Rolly, was fighting the old man, Ismael Barroso. I know I was talking to Line Kill on the phone. He was telling me that Paulie was giving a synopsis on the story, and he had a sad story. He had to fight one day before his wife was captured and killed, and he was known as a power puncher. Now, Rolly, if you check my shorts or you check me on Instagram, Rolly said that this dude hit 1,000,000 times harder, or on TikTok, excuse me, or you check my YouTube shorts. He said Rolly said this dude hit 1,000,000 times harder than Gervonta Davis. But then again, you got to remember Rolly moving up in weight. These dudes a little thicker. Now, this dude was pretty much a career lightweight as well, too. So don't forget that. He pretty much was a career lightweight. So, don't forget that. So this dude really was like a career lightweight up in there. But when you move up in weight, man, everything hurt a little bit more. These dudes a little bit heavier. And a lot of people don't really understand. A lot of people don't understand moving up in weight, man. That ain't no joke. And this dude can punch. And you knew he could punch because Rolly, you thinking, okay, Rolly moving to set something up. That's funny saying that coming from Rolly, right? But after a while, he straight was just running. And you looking like, damn, he got Rolly on the run, but he hit Rolly with some shots that they didn't call. Hell yeah, he went oops up, side Rolly head. He went oops up, side Rolly head. You know what I'm saying? He clock Rolly ass. That nigga say mine. And Rolly attested that to after the fight that this dude was hurting him. So, and if you notice, Ismael Barroso was touching him with that straight left to the body. And that straight left to the body was to get Romero in position to drop his hands and get him in position into the ropes. And then he was going to come over the top and catch Rolly. And the Rolly credit, a lot of the times, Rolly did a great job of defending it. But yeah, when you constantly on the back foot, of course he can't set nothing up. And Ismael Barroso wasn't tired or nothing like that neither. He wasn't even exerting no energy. He was very efficient last night because Rolly wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't trying to mount no offense. And that little left hand to the body. Then he pushed Rolly to the ropes with that left hand to the body. Then he came over the top and dropped him. and the ropes held him up. You know, and Rolly credit to Rolly credit, he got he got up and ran some more. He got up and ran some more. And I didn't really see a round that Ismael Barroso really lost until that one round where Rolly started kind of like putting some punches together a little bit, and Barroso took them punches pretty well. Rolly didn't do shit in this fight. With this fight with 9 rounds, Rolly didn't do a goddamn thing in this fight. Nothing. But got beat on. He had that round where he mounted he had that round where he where I don't know if it was the knockout round or the round before that where he kind of landed. He was landing some things on Barroso for a second. He was getting off a little bit, but Barroso was eating them motherfuckers. Barroso was eating them. Barroso was eating them punches, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, Rolly was on his way to losing, and people said, well, this was a robbery. Remember the whole thing with Kid Chocolate and Peter Quillen? Kid Chocolate and Peter Quillen and versus Gabriel Rosado, and they stopped that on cuts. The Keith Thurman fight kind of stopped Funny versus Luis Collazo. So we've kind of seen funny stoppages from Premier Boxing Champions before. I'd be killing them. I think Rolly eventually would have stopped him, but we still don't know. He wasn't gonna stop him, bro. He wasn't. Even when Rolly was throwing them punches, bro, and landing them combinations in that round, bro, he still wasn't hurting that man. If he was gonna stop him, it wouldn't have been no bullshit stoppage. He was not gonna stop it. He was gonna get stopped, in my opinion. He was gonna get fucking stopped. Even in that exchange, when the ref stopped it, Barroso had just clipped him with like a left hand or a hook. Yeah, I think it was this punch. He clipped him with that punch. He was gonna stop Rolly, bro. Or they was gonna rock. Man, dude was dusting Rolly off, bro. That nigga didn't lose one round in that fight. Man, maybe other than the round where Rolly kind of, threw I can't remember if that. Man, dude was cruising, bro. I think he was going to eventually stop Rolly because Rolly was going to have to start pressing unless Rolly already knew that the fix was in. You know what I'm saying? He was going to stop Rolly ass, bro. Ismael Barroso did not use any type of energy in that fight, bro. He didn't have to exert anything. So they had 75-76, 74-77, 73-78. 75-76, Tim Cheatham was smoking dick. So Barroso is up on every card, bro. Tim Cheatham, I don't know what Tim Cheatham, man, he need to be investigated just like Tony Weeks need to be investigated. Speaking of how deep 140 is, how did these two get a title shot for? Well, Gary Anton Russell ducked Puello. Puello popped hot. There you go. Winner had to fight Harry Davies. AB was going on. Barroso was finna cruise to the man. He was gonna stop Rolly ass, bro. He was gonna stop Rolly, or he's gonna go to the. I'll say only reason he was gonna stop. Only reason he wouldn't have stopped Rolly if Rolly just would have kept running. If Rolly would have said, well, you know what, I'm down and I gotta go for it and go for the knockout, man, Rolly would have got knocked out, bro. Rolly would have got knocked out. I'm telling you, Rolly would have got knocked out. Maybe Rolly could have got Ismael Barroso out of there, but I doubt it. Even in that last exchange where they stopped it, Barroso clipped him. Barroso clipped him. He clipped him right here with that shot. The powers that be. The powers that be. The powers that be already knew the fix was in. They said, well, Barroso was next up. We can get Barroso in there. Blase blah. This is going to be an easy ass fight. This is going to be an easy ass fight. We get Rolly the belt, and the plan is exactly what Rolly said after the fight. Him and Ryan Garcia and the winner get tanked. And they're going to be hoping Ryan Garcia win that fight. You already know what the deal is. This ain't rocket science. This ain't rocket science, bro. It ain't. That would, Tony Weeks need to be investigated. Tim Cheatham for his scorecard should be investigated. Everybody need to be investigated. And that was the most telling thing for me is that Ismael Barroso wasn't even mad after this shit happened. He was very cordial. He was very humble. He wasn't angry. He wasn't upset. He wasn't trying to attack Tony Weeks. He was just like, all right, fuck it. Like he already knew this was going to happen. Like he came in, knew he wasn't going to win. Like the wire already hit the count already. That was kind of like his thing. Like he was cool with that. Like he was cool with the outcome. He was just like, he was so nonchalant. Okay. Cool. Fuck it. Rock 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it. That was his mentality. That was his mentality. That was his mentality. And that was just as fishy as everything else that went on last night. Was how nonchalant he was after that loss. He was all like, okay. I got my money already. I got my before fight purse and after fight purse. Rolly in there looking like a Whataburger, walking Whataburger billboard or some shit, a Whataburger poster. He did not do anything to make this man look old. Didn't beat his elbows, didn't beat his body, didn't do nothing. He got psyched out by the power. He got psyched out by the power. That's exactly what happened. He got psyched out by the power. But his reaction, I watched his reaction of Barroso losing. He was cool. He got paid off, bro, in my opinion, allegedly. He did. Lil Lamb said, yeah, he got hit with 2 rights before the stoppage. He did. Rolly got clipped with 2, man, bro. He hit Rolly clean in the motherfucker. Clean as hell. And he walking up there holding the belt high, proud. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. PBC that had a few stoppages that I can remember off top like this. A few. Most people thought Rolly was just going to come in here, bing, bong, boom, get him the fuck up out of here. We was going to go home. That's what I thought it was going to be. Ain't gonna lie. That's what I was going to think. I thought it was going to be bing, bong, boom, we out of here. That's exactly what I thought it was going to be. But it is what it is. Who gonna regulate this? Is Nevada State Athletic Commission? Tony Weeks been in the game how long? Ain't CJ Ross still out here scoring fights? It's a dirty game, bro. Who gonna regulate their own employees, bro? Come on. They gonna throw their own people under there. You know how deep this shit go? This is why boxing needs somebody, needs somebody to govern it. And if it gotta be the feds, it gotta be the feds. If they can hire another agency that can govern all the bullshit that go on in boxing, this was disgusting. Too bad didn't nobody give a fuck about it in the grand scheme of things, and that's why boxing get the chance, get an opportunity to continue doing this. I hate to go in on a brother like Tony Weeks. I mean, another disgusting performance was Kenny Bayless saving Caleb Plant, going on in Las Vegas again for PBC. I mean, if you Terrence Crawford, man, do you really want to fight in Las Vegas after seeing these last two performances by the refs? Kenny Bayless would not let Caleb Plant get knocked out. So I don't know how people say, well, Canelo better because he knocked out Caleb Plant. Well, Benavidez wasn't afforded the same luxury of going for the knockout. I mean, is Rolly even worth robbing a motherfucker for? I mean, it was empty seats in there last night. He from Las Vegas. But the biggest telltale sign to me that this shit was some shady shit, that take that, was how Ismael Barroso reacted, bro. That was the most shadiest shit to me last night, was how Ismael Barroso reacted to losing. That was the most shadiest shit last night. How Barroso reacted to losing. He was just like, okay, fuck it. It is what it is. That was his mentality. That was his mentality. He wasn't even mad that he lost. It wasn't like, I knew this shit was gonna happen. That shit was like, man, I knew. They already told me. They already told me. I had no chance. That's what you got. That's what they told the boy. That's what they told him. That's what they told him. But I mean, shit. Like I said, we seen this shit before. But how Ismael Barroso reacted to losing, like he was all cool with it and shit. He wasn't mad. He can go Juan Lopez on a motherfucker and start accusing the ref of gambling and shit, man. When he didn't do that, bro, I was like, oh man, that wire already hit for dog. But ain't nobody gonna call Al Heyman out, bro. Ain't nobody gonna care. Real talk. Real talk. Nevada not gonna govern themselves. That's like telling a serial killer, like, okay, sentence yourself. What punishment you deserve? It's like asking your kid when they get punished this shit, what punishment you think you deserve? Well, I won't do it again. I think I deserve a slap on the wrist. I won't do it again. Come on. You know they gonna do it again. Let's call a spade a spade. You know they gonna do it again. You wasting our damn time. But with Barroso, it is what it is. Maybe he was too tired to have a reaction. Maybe he didn't understand what happened, but I know he did. He got the script in the locker room, Playboy. Dog got the script in the locker room. Yup, he got the script in the locker room. You go down. This is where Johnny Cage tell Goro in Mortal Kombat, the original movie. This is where you go down. Yep, this is where you go down, Boros. And maybe there's an outside chance, and I'm saying like, well, with Barrows, maybe there's an outside chance, and I'm saying like, maybe he old, and maybe the commission was like, well, watch him because he's so old. We don't want him to die out here. Maybe it was a small part of that, but like I said before, we knew it was set up for Rolly to win. It was a hometown fight for Rolly. It is what it is. Anybody in the ring in the top 10 destroys these two. Matias Zepeda, Progress Zepeda will stretch them out. I don't got Twitter IG. I don't drop the link in the video chat. I don't know. I don't know if you can do that. It might block it. I might have to look for it. J Cash, the money man, St. Barros was putting them bitches on Rolly. I don't think he took a dive. Even he was surprised about a stoppage. That's part of the play. That's part of the play. Tyrese said Rolly was circling away from like Brett Parr was thunder. Yeah, he said he cracked a million times harder than Tank. Rolly is definitely a retard living the dream for sure. Wow. Do the networks have dibs on vacant titles? I don't not that I know of, but who knows? Jay Nady still ref? Yeah, I think he do. I could be wrong. Gennaro was going on. Support the channel. Venmo, CJ Good 313. Daryl Higbottom. Salute. He said Barrows look like he said fuck the script. He said they fight for the real. No, it was the regular. No, Puello won the belt. Puello, the original champion, popped hot. So that's what Rolly was fighting with Puello, which he would have lost. Rolly got the regular belt. Puello was champion in recess. Regarding more investigation into Puello popping hot. Remember, Puello beat Akhmedov for the belt. Yeah, he beat Akhmedov for the belt. But Puello ended up popping hot for the Rolly fight. So Ismael Barroso, you got to remember, he was a late replacement too. On top of all of this, so he was a late replacement. Puello wasn't gonna beat the shit out of Rolly, but then again, he popped hot. He popped hot. So that's how Ismael Barroso got the fights, because Rolly popped hot. I mean, because Puello popped hot, but then Rolly went in there. He started talking about Ryan Garcia, and after the fight, he said that Ryan Garcia, him and Ryan Garcia, the biggest fight in boxing, and the winner should get Tank Davis. Yeah, he said the winner should get Tank Davis. So, well, I mean, that's what the fans been saying, and maybe that's the education behind it this whole time, is that Rolly get the belt, and maybe it was some foul play in the game with Puello. But Rolly and Ryan, they gonna try to put that shit on pay-per-view. They gonna be rolling that sparring clip like a motherfucker. Remember when you was boxing, you need to bring back Forgotten Fighter star with Once Upon a Time Thurman. Ha ha ha. Sorry, bro. He said, "I'm just giving you a day, bro. Yaki Awaken is on. I've never seen a TV real informative interview. It's under 2 hours long. It's a great interview. Okay, let me put that in right now. Give me a minute. But yeah, I mean, Ryan, I ain't gonna buy Ryan and Rolly, but I think it'd be entertaining. Dude. That shit should be on regular The Zone or some shit. I think it should be on regular The Zone. I think it should be on regular The Zone. I think it should be on regular The Zone, or regular Showtime or something. But they're gonna put that shit on pay-per-view And that's where Tank probably gonna rematch Esau Cruz. You know, you know, and then they probably gonna fight at the end of the year or the top of next year. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. And I think that's kind of what they're gonna line up. And can Ryan Garcia beat Rolly? Most people gonna say after what they seen versus Ismael Barroso do last night. Yeah, he could beat Rolly. Yeah, he could be, but Ryan Garcia ain't as good as Ismael Barroso. He ain't as technical as Ismael Barroso. Ismael Barroso probably would have knocked Ryan Garcia out. Ryan Garcia don't even have the patience that Rolly had last night. So Ryan Garcia would have Ryan Garcia either would have got he would have either caught Ismael Barroso or he got knocked the fuck out. It'd have been one of the two. Come on. So, but quite honestly, bro, it's good for business. Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis rematch is good for business. The question is, can Ryan Garcia beat Rolly, or do they ask Rolly to take the dive? Rolly need the money. They need the Ryan money. They gonna try to find a way to get Ryan the title. And Puello opened the door. And the thing about it is, was Puello still was he always drug testing? And now they needed an excuse to get Rolly or get Ryan the belt because Ryan couldn't beat Puello, bro. They need an excuse to get Ryan the belt. So now all of a sudden Puello pop hot. Now they open the door for Rolly to get a belt, to get Ryan the belt to make the rematch. Rolly and Tank rematch down. They don't do shit. They don't do shit at the box office. It's all about Ryan and Rolly. They gonna try to get Ryan the belt and make some money in between. And most people are gonna say, well, you see how Rolando Romero struggled with Ismael Barroso, right? Ryan easily gonna dust him off. And Ismael Barroso better than both of them. He probably would have knocked Ryan Garcia out. Ryan Garcia is reckless. That motherfucker got ADHD at 23, 24 years old. He said, well, I got bored in there. Like, nigga, your life on the line. Fuck you mean you got bored? Even Rolly had enough patience after getting knocked out. Rolly had enough patience to dance around Barroso. He had enough presence of mind to say, well, this motherfucker can punch. Let me just take my time. Let me run around the ring to Al Heyman come in and be Captain Saber. Oh, man. Is a kid a saver? I want to be safe. Tony Weeks, I hope whatever they paid Tony Weeks, it was good enough to throw his reputation down the drain. I hope it was enough to throw your reputation down the drain. I hope it was enough. Real talk. I hope it was enough. But Ryan and Rolly, I mean, how it don't end in the knockout. Ryan can't box. Rolly can't box. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. Whoever can land first. Whoever can land first. But I think they're really going to favor Ryan. They're really going to favor Ryan. They want that rematch. When you do 1.2 million pay-per-view buys, you think it's a perfect opportunity. I don't think it's no coincidence that Puello just magically popped hot. I don't really think it's no coincidence that Puello just magically popped hot. I don't. All this was in the plan. They know who taking that shit and who ain't taking that shit. Now we're here. Davis gonna get some step aside money. Roddy got the same pullback flaw Ryan has, but I think Ryan drops him because he loads up on the right hand too much. Trey 5. He said handicap versus trash. Marcella Candy. Hope I said that right. What's going on, Benjamin? For salute. But yeah, they both got the same flaws. You know? But 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 it's good for business. It's good for business, and unfortunately, they wanna do that. They want to rematch. They want to rematch it. They want to rematch, and when you do that amount, when you do that amount of pay-per-view buys and all that, bruh, they got to do it again. And this is the best opportunity where they can build this fight up to rebuild the interest. But it was such an anticlimactic fight, Davis and Ryan Garcia. It wasn't a great fight. It was boring until, lightning struck. It was boring. It was boring. Till lightning struck. It was boring. It was very boring. So, I got any questions, I'll answer them. If not, I'm going to get the hell up out of here, dude. But if y'all got any questions, I'll answer them. I will answer them. So, but shit, it was what it was. Every time we see something like this, bro, it's like people say, well, I've never seen nothing as bad as this. We've seen it. Every once in a while you see something that's bad, but who gonna regulate it? Who gonna do something about it? Who gonna do something about it? That's $1 million question. Who gonna do something about it? I just seen the knockout with the Jenna Big fight. I didn't see. I turned it. They was showing replaying the knockout. That's all I seen was they was re-showing the knockout. So yeah, I didn't see the fight. I heard somebody say he didn't look good. They got a knockout right here on my Instagram. Hardy ain't that good. I really ain't never sit down and watch him fight. But I heard he really wasn't that good. At all. But hey, I had to wait and see. 2 more days. Oh yeah, to the draft lottery. Yeah, I ain't putting no stock in that shit. You already know what it is. 5th pick for the Pistons. 5th pick. Bernardo, what's going on? They said he called out Jamal Charlo. He know that ain't gonna happen. I don't know why not. They clowning Ismael Barroso. Lou DeBella said Luis Ortiz dad just dropped Rolly. Yo. Oh man, he said Luis Ortiz dad just dropped Rolly. Oh my god. This nigga really was about to lose to dog. Hilarious, bro. Hilarious. We are. Yeah, this shit was hilarious. That's all I got, man. Peace.